Hello, strangelings, and welcome back to my parlor. Now, today I have another interesting thought in my head, of course, but I do want to first warn you guys. If you're somebody who saw the title and you just want to come in here and correct my error or tell me how insensitive that word is or whatever, I invite you to watch the video first. It'll be the biggest favor you do yourself today. Alright, now with that said, guys, so the dumb rule. The dumb rule is a rule, one amongst many, that I've used my entire life to kind of rule my behavior. The dumb rule is simply this. What would the lowest IQ person, or the dumbest person in the room, do with this in their hands? Yes, I know it's not polite to call people dumb, but I hate to tell you guys, I learned in preschool that using big words like low IQ or subpar intelligence tends to get me hate because people act like I'm speaking a foreign language. And right now in the climate here in the States, we're exactly there. So I'm just gonna say what I'm gonna say, and please just indulge me, okay? So, the dumb rule, again, the dumb rule is literally what would the dumbest person in the room do with this in their hands. This now applies to, obviously, items that you create, thoughts. This even applies to things that you buy. Now, the reason why this has been such a big rule for me is because of the fact that this rule makes it really, really easy to baby-proof or animal-proof a space. It also keeps me mindful, say, if I'm planning a party and I know one of my guests is maybe not so smart and has a tendency, I don't know, to sword play with my 7-year-old. Yeah. That was annoying, but I've forgiven it. Anyway, you know, you pack the swords away. Unfortunately, this particular person just happened to know I did one. Anyhow, so yeah, and the truth is it's helped in a lot of other ways too. There are certain thought processes that after someone shows me that they aren't quite there, whether it's maturity or knowledge or wisdom, I don't know. It depends on the person too, obviously. But if they're just not there, after a while, I kind of give up on trying to give the wisdom that was trying to come out. And I find someone who can actually understand what I am giving. Unfortunately, this comes out in a bigger way too in our current climate. People in halls of power who maybe don't know as much as they should about as much as they should, having their hands on way too dangerous of toys, so to speak. Of course, as citizens here in the States, unfortunately, there's only so much we can do about that. Our elections is pretty much the biggest amount of power we have in our government, and mainly because most Americans don't participate in our government and haven't for decades. Unfortunately, this started at least a generation or two ago. This isn't even our generation's. It's just a habit that we picked up from them. And unfortunately, too many have not learned to work away from. And because of it, there has been quite a concentration of power into the government, despite the fact that the Founding Fathers had wanted most of the power to be in the hands of the people to live their lives and create a good world for everyone here in this country. And I know not all the Founding Fathers believed that. Not all the Founding Fathers wanted that. But the ones that I follow definitely did. So, yes, we can't here in the States really do much about the fact that certain toys have landed into certain very, very childish hands. But what we can do is we can start to apply this in our regular lives. You see, yes, the government is supposedly the thing that rules over us all here. However, the way it's going now, even if it does last past this, we still want to bring back our communities, because the truth is, the only time we were a good country was when our communities were diverse and strong. That's the only places and times that we've ever been a good country. So, apply that rule to your daily life, amongst other rules. Taking care of each other, as I always say. Perhaps we can at least turn the course of our country around, even if we can't turn the course of our government around. Alright guys, I know some people are going to be confused by that last statement, but if you know, you know. Right? So, I'm going to get out of here. Remember guys, as always, doesn't matter who you are, I love you. And as I said, take care of each other. And I'll see you in the next video.